Welcome race fans here to the Juicy Fruit Xfinity Series. This is cutoff time here. 4 drivers will be able to advance to their pursuit of a championship here. Charles Sanford, certainly one of them. Green flag in the air there. He had a very rocky start there. And Christian Master Jr. is going to be able to take that lead here on lap 1. He spun the tires there, so Charles Sanford not off to a good start already in the 8 there. But he currently leads the points as of right now. No chasers have won quite yet in this playoff round, so Charles Sanford certainly trying to be one of the first here. But Alex May now trying to hold on the outside to take second away from that 8 car, and he will. Off of turn number 4, it is Christian Master Jr. that will be leading the first lap of the event here. Charles Sanford already dropping down to 3rd. Not quite sure if he has a gear issue there, a gearbox issue with that 8 car, but looks like that car might be going back up to speed here. The field already getting this little scout around. Crash in turn number 1, bringing out our first caution here of the day. And looks like Christian Master Jr. is going to be leading that field coming across the line. Charles Sanford still getting hounded by several drivers here. And by Sakuli and a couple of others here. They're going to get themselves slowed down into turn 1. They're going to have to be a bit careful here. They want to avoid any other further contact or wrecks, to be exact. So looks like things have calmed down, but looks like Warren Keith in the 7 car has damage to the rear end of his race car here. Rocky start for the Junior Motorsports entry. So they were 3 wide out of turn 4 there, and Warren Keith got in the back of JT Bryant and basically got stuck and sandwiched, and he got hit by Nathan Hudson, and Seymour Butts was dragged along for the ride, and pretty much that's what happened to the 7 car especially. But rear front end damage to Nathan Hudson's car might hinder his aerodynamics just a bit there in that Ford Mustang. Christian Master Jr. will be leading the field coming to the green flag. Here, that 25 car looked very strong in the start, and he's looking strong again. Great acceleration from the Camaro there. And Alex May was caught sleeping there. And here comes Sakuli on the inside of Charles Sanford there. Sanford still fighting back on that outside groove here. And he won't be able to really get much out of turn 2 there from the 8 car. And Sakuli, oh man, he really put his nose in there. Sanford got loose coming into the corner there, and he had to yield his position to Joshua Sakuli here. And Sakuli runs 3rd in the points there. Car's already in the wall. Andy Thomas bouncing off the wall there. Kyle Matthews has found the same suit there for as well in the 88 car. So tough break for them. Already a rocky start for those drivers. Sanford continuing to drop back through the order here. Certainly not the run he's anticipated here at Phoenix. The Polls are really struggling with his car. Scott Roush making his way up into the top 10. He's been looking to try and get some good runs in yet again like he did in the regular season. And I think that would really help his case here for Scott Roush. And Dylan Schwallenberg is in the wall for turn 4 there in the front stretch. No caution out on the track there. But I think that's going to really pretty much solidify his chances of making it in and down the drain. Or not making it in, to be exact. And Dylan Schwallenberg with more issues on his car. He has really had a rough round here this season. So it's certainly one of those playoff rounds he's going to want to forget. Cars still getting scattered around in turn 4. They're 3 wide action here. Jeffrey Fingai put his nose underneath the 01 of Spencer Gilmore there. There's Lily Gordon in the 52 trying to move her way upwards through the field here. But let's see, Charles Sanford now losing a spot to Emmanuel Hart, and he's dropped all the way down outside the top 10 in this race right now. So Jesse Dalton trying to look underneath Hernandez for the 9th position here. Scott Roush still holding on in that top 5. He's probably going to lose those spots to Corey Williams, or not really Corey Williams, but Drew Austin and Robbie Jackson there. So, but the lead is still as is right now. Christian Master Jr. is still leading over Alex May. Then you have Keith Batson in the 3rd spot there. That 6 car has been one of the more consistent cars as a non-chaser. So Keith Batson pretty much a threat for wins yet again. So, and there's Jonathan Zorlin making his way upwards. He's trying to bring some good luck on the table for this 62 team. And certainly, I think he really wants to forget how bad his season has been so far. Eric Rodriguez running near the back of the pack. He's in danger of elimination right now. He currently sits 6th in the point standings right now. with a 17 points deficit from Christian Master in the number 26. And contact there, and hard into the wall goes the 33, and Kyle Matthews gets swept up in it. Cody Lama spinning around, so is James Qualls. And James Qualls has a lot of damage to the front end of his Johanna Long race car. And that is going to be the end of the day for the 70 team. And this is going to be a good break for Dylan Schwallenberg in that 20 car to get some track position here. But he's in a must-win situation, so they have to do something drastic with that car if they want to bring him up to the front. See, rounding out turn 4, you see Bright got hit in the rear end by Kyle Matthews. And into the wall went the 33. That's a hard hit into the inside wall there. And I think Qualls and Cody Lamas collided in the back there, and that's pretty much what led to a chain reaction wreck. And the 2 car went for a spin, but James Qualls just ran right into the path of Eli Bright and Kyle Matthews there. But that's a tough break for Kyle Matthews. He comes into the race 4th in the point standings, and he could loosen the tiebreaker if the other 3 contenders ahead of him do well, which so far is the case for that 88 team. Coming to the green flag, we've already reached the halfway point of this race here, but Christian Master Jr. continues to dominate this race here. What will anybody else do? Lap car Kyle Matthews on that inside there. He's going to hold up a lot of cars there, so for those that are looking in, they might be able to gain some track position here as Kyle Matthews shuffled out of line there in the middle. Austin's going to make it 3 wide, trying to look underneath Keith Batson for position there. That's the battle for, I believe that's going to be 3rd now, actually, because Kyle Matthews is now holding up Josh Sekuli. Not much or his liking. I think Matthews is going to do all he can to pretty much cost that 4 car a potential spot in the championship here. Batson hits the wall for turn 4 there. He's going to lose some track position there as Dalton blasts on by with Hernandez following on suit. Matthews now holding up Jonathan Zorlin in the 62. On the outside line, he's pretty much just stuck there, but I think Kyle Matthews' shot of a championship could be done. Just like that, Christian Masters going to beat him in that tiebreaker. He's in 24th. Not the best run he's wanted, but even so, he could beat Kyle Matthews. He's ahead of Rancho Cucamonga right now. And Sekuli running pretty solid in that top 10. So I think this top 4 in the point standings, besides Kyle Matthews, is going to remain unchanged, actually. Let's see where, actually I need to check where Charles Sanford's at. He's running in the mid-pack area, I believe. Or is he not? Did he not even make it? He's actually 19th as of right now. So actually correct my misinformation. There he is right there. He's still dropping back, actually. So actually none of the top 4 cars are really doing spectacular right now, as Christian Master actually is going to get around Charles Sanford there. Sanford, that's a pretty comfortable gap, though, over the rest of the field here in terms of his point standings, where he stands in the points because of how consistent he's been. So I think he could be, with the mid-pack run, be solid with what he's got right now. Lily Gordon, though, is making her way upwards through the field here. She's trying to get up to the top 15 at this rate. So the 52 car, they've made some good adjustments. Or the Krispy Kreme Camaro there, and Lily Gordon is showing a good presence here on the track, running now up to 16th. Now trying to get herself upwards in the top 15 in this race right now. But Christian Master Jr. still continues to lead. Drew Austin is actually now in that 2nd spot. Robbie Jackson 3rd. Scott Roush is now in that 4th spot. He's been looking to find something good on the table yet again for the 60 car. Was one of the biggest threats in the regular season, but then just faded in the chase here. So I think Scott Roush is really just trying to bring back some confidence for the Roush Fenway organization here. Pretty much those cars have been really fast all season, but they haven't really had the results to really prove it, or the standings, their standing and points to really showcase the actual results they could have had. Christian Master Jr. has continued to dominate. He's really just put on a bit of a bore fest for the people up in the crowd here in terms of the battle for the lead here. But the top 3 pretty much very comfortable where they're at right now here. So do keep an eye out on what they're going to do in the latter half of this race. But I think it's going to be settled down between the top 3 in terms of this race right now. Eddington looking underneath that 19 car for position. That is the battle for 12th, and will be able to quite easily. So Keon Eddington trying to get back on the move here. Lily Gordon still in that 15th, actually in that 15th spot here. Christian Master is not too far behind in the Fanatics Toyota there, but Christian Master looking in to the round of 4, to the final round of the season here, which will be at Homestead too. So it looks like our contenders as of right now that are going to make it in via points, because none of these chasers are really in contention for the win right now, are going to be between Cucamonga, Sanford, Christian Master, and last but not least, you have Josh Sakuli in that 4 car, but he's running in the 10th spot, so I'm pretty much sure he's going to be guaranteed a spot into the round of 4, so he's had an excellent run. With this 14 car blowing up, Jesse Dalton in the 24 running inside the top 10. That is going to be a massive heartbreak for the TriStar team. Jesse Dalton was so promising in this race today, and now his car is going to be stalled on the infield there. No caution out on the track there. Looks like they're probably going to get that car towed in time, and looks like they will be able to. Dylan Schwalberg not really able to get much on the track here. He's running in 30th, and now he's got issues with his 20 car. He hit the apron there. I don't know what is wrong with that 20 car. It looks like they haven't really found anything with the car ever since. Charles Sanford's really struggled with his race car ever since the drop of the green flag. He is down in 24th right now in the race, so certainly not the result he anticipated at all here. But Lily Gordon getting a nice shot from Christian Master in the 26 here. The 26 has really gotten some good long run stint here. But here they come. It's still the closing laps of the race here, but the battle for the lead is on. Drew Austin has made a run for his money here. He's looking underneath Christian Master Jr. for the race lead there. Can he steal away a win? Robbie Jackson in that 3rd spot there. Don't count him out. And now he's looking underneath Christian Master Jr. for position there. And I think that's going to be the race deciding factor right there, unless lap cars get in the way. This is Drew Austin's race to lose right now. Robbie Jackson still hauling the load out of turn number 4 there. And he's going to get second away. Coming into turn 1, he's got to dive it in really deep if he wants to get to him. And he will be able to. 2 laps to go here at Phoenix. It's been a relatively calm race here at Phoenix, actually. It's not been as chaotic as anticipated. And with the old config, NASCAR Juice Freaks officials decided to actually use this old configuration to see whether it would be good for racing or not. And it looks like I don't think many of the fans will like this track anymore, but here they come to the white flag. 1 more lap to go here for Drew Austin for the JJL team here. Quiet run for the 28 car, and he's really had a good season so far. Not really the best season as we thought he would have, but even so, actually he's 32nd in the points, so it's not the best season for him, but certainly he's going to gain a lot of spots in the point standings after this one here, because rounding out turn number 4, car number 28 is going to victory lane here at Phoenix. Robbie Jackson will get second. Christian Master Jr., who dominated the race, will end up in 3rd. May 4th, and Scott Roush will round out your top 5. So actually, we did miss a bit out on how he took the lead here. I'm actually going to look back here and see exactly what happened. So that's turn number 1 and 2. He looks like he had a really good exit actually on that 25 there. Good momentum on the backstretch here, and I think he's using to use some of the slingshot maneuver here. He's got a nose underneath, and there you see he went to the inside just like that. Brave move and good center off the corner there from the 28 is what brought them to victory lane here. That might have been the winning. That was the winning move of the race there. Good long run stint, or that 28 car, and that certainly was much to their liking here. So I think pretty much the top 4 in the point standings, with the exclusion of Kyle Matthews, will be Rancho Cucamonga, Charles Sanford, Joshua Sakuli, and Christian Master. That's going to be most likely your 4 cars coming into Homestead here. Kyle Matthews did not do well in that race with a 37th place run. That is certainly going to cost him a championship spot here, and that is heartbreak for that team as well. Here are the results. First through 28, Drew Austin through Cody Lamas there. A lot of cars actually still remain in the race here. It was pretty clean overall, besides, like, I'd say 2 cautions or so. I don't even know if we had 2 cautions in that race, but all the way down to the end here to 40th. Actually, 37 cars remain in the race, but 36 on the lead lap. Kyle Matthews would finish a lap down in this race here. Tough break for him, but otherwise, let's get you to the full race standings here and the final 4 coming into Homestead.